Hare Krishna, everyone. Good morning. We'll continue reading from this beautiful book, The Nectarian Ocean of the Holy Name by His Holiness Sachinandana Swami. Where we left yesterday was on the Manasi Seva and how it is important. Both the Manasi Seva and the physical Bhakya Seva, both are important. And the last section of this particular part on page number 119 is summing up. It has been shown that meditation on Krishna arises from itself on an advanced level of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahāmantra. Śrīla Prabhupāda encourages this kind of meditation. These are Prabhupada's words extracted from his writings. Chanting the Hare Krishna mantra means keeping Krishna always within your heart. This is not expensive at all. You haven't got to make a very exalted throne for Krishna. You can imagine that in my heart I have placed now a diamond throne and Krishna is sitting on it. It is accepted by Krishna. Even within the mind, you can simply think that I have kept one diamond throne, a very costly throne, because Krishna is coming. He will sit down here. That is not false. That is a fact. So you create such situation within your heart. Now Krishna has seated. Let me wash his feet with Ganga water, Yamuna water. Now I change his dress to a first-class costly garment. Then I decorate him with ornaments. Then I give him for eating. You can simply think of this. This is meditation. Swantastena gatha britha. It is such a nice thing. Anywhere you can sit down and think that Krishna is sitting in your heart and you're receiving him in such a nice way. They are not false. They are also fact. It is so easy. When the Gosvāmīs were in Vṛndāvana, they never said, I have seen Krishna. Their prayers were like this: Hey Radhe, Vraja Devike. Hey Radhe, Vraja Devike cha Lalite. Hey Nanda Suno Kutaha. Where, Radharani? Where you are? Where are your associates? Where you are, O son of Nanda Maharaj Krishna? Where you are all? Are you there under the Govardhan hill or on the banks of the Yamuna? Where you are? Throughout the whole tract of Vṛndāvana, they were crying and searching after them. So we have to follow the footsteps of the Gosvāmīs. How to search of Krishna and Rādhārāṇī in Vṛndāvana or within our heart. That is the process of Caitanya Mahāprabhu's bhajana. Feeling of separation. Vipranamba seva. Feel the separation. The more you feel separation from Krishna, you should understand that you are advancing. Don't try to see Krishna artificially. Be advanced in separation, feeling, and then it will be perfect. That is the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. The more you feel separation from Krishna, you should understand that you are advancing. That is a key statement, at least for me. Mostly we are feeling separation from many other things in our life. Sometimes we think about what we have missed in our earlier stages of our life. We miss those things. Or we miss those things which is not even achievable. Or we miss those things which will never happen in our life. Or we sometimes try to compare ourselves with others, which is another mind game of deceiving us. So then we miss those things as well. But in Krishna consciousness, The more we feel separation from Krishna, you should understand that we are advancing. So this is a gauge for us to measure ourselves. Are we advancing in Krishna consciousness, or we are pretty stable in where we are currently, or we are degrading ourselves. Instead of advancing, we are going down and down and down. Instead of having separation from Krishna, we'll see separation of so many other material things. That's all. The other person doesn't need to come and tell us, because we know ourselves, where we stand, how we are. We don't need someone else to tell us these things. So we have to be genuinely searching ourselves, our attitude, our thoughts, our consciousness, and take necessary measure and steps to advance in Krishna consciousness, meaning feel separation of Krishna. Very beautiful. These words are so very simple, but has such a deeper meaning to all these things. The last part of this section is a conclusion where Maharaj summarizes, I think, this chapter. So I'm just going to read half of it. We still have time. Let me read. So probably we can try to conclude. Conclusion. In order to test how far we have already realized the qualities mentioned in section 2 of this chapter as necessary prerequisites for chanting purely, we can ask ourselves the following 5 questions. Well, very good. It's very much related to what I was just sharing here. So it's a good thing to continue reading this page. So again, we have to ask ourselves the following 5 questions. So this is going to be the assignment, I guess, for all of us until we meet tomorrow. Number 1, how eager am I to serve, or do I just want to be served? Number 2, how eager am I to respect others, or do I rather strive after being respected? Number 3, how much do I care for others? How do I mainly care for myself? Number 4, am I glad upon seeing the advancements of others? Or do I envy them? And number 5, am I fully dependent on Guru and Krishna, or rather on my own arrangements? Beautiful. So this is all we have to ask to ourselves. Am I eager to serve others or to be served? Am I ready to give respects to others or want to be respected by others? Or do I care for others or I need to be cared by others? Am I feeling joy seeing others advance in Krishna consciousness, or I'm feeling envy? Or am I dependent on Guru and Krishna, or am I dependent on my strength, on myself? So please take this as an assignment. You don't need to say or write or anything. You're welcome to do so, but individually, we all can meditate upon these 5 things. These questions are meant to serve a scale of humility that is mandatory for us acquiring a spiritual vision. They also illustrate how 4 qualities described in the 3rd verse of Sri Shishtashtakam characterize the chanting of pure devotee, developing them in the best protection against the 10 offenses, which isolate us from the potency of the holy name. I was just reading Ramayana just before this call, the 3rd sarga of Ramayana in the Balakanda, so beautiful, where Valmiki Muni got was able to see the entire Rama Charitra. You should see, right? As if a movie is running in front of his eyes. You go to a movie, you sit in front of this big screen and you can see what's happening, right? So like that, he was able to see the entire Ramayana. What a great blessings Valmiki had. But then the thing is that it is so nice to see that these 5 things applicable to Valmiki Muni. He was eager to serve others. He was respectful to others. He cares for everyone. That's why he was asking this beautiful question, Konasmin Sampradam Loke Godavan Kaschaviryavan. So who's that person for the welfare of the living entities? And obviously is very advanced, but he was happy to see others advance in Rama consciousness. And obviously he was able to do this because of his mercy of his Guru and Lord Ramachandra. Therefore, Valmiki was able to compile this beautiful Ramayana for all of us. Okay, there are 10 other points mentioned here. I can quickly finish this one. And if there's any questions, we can take it tomorrow as we have more time tomorrow. Number 1, since such a pure devotee considers himself the most fallen, he will never blaspheme other devotees, nor will he envy anyone. Rather, he serves all living beings and helps them go back to Krishna. Number 2, he is never in danger to mistake the position of the demigods for that of Krishna and thus to adore the demigods separately, for he knows that all living entities, including the demigods, are eternal servants of the Lord and can grant no blessings without his permission. These are all nothing but the elaboration, extension of the 10 offenses, which we already discussed earlier. We'll try to paste this one into our group. So if I'm reading fast, so you all can catch up later by reading the posting in the group. We'll do that. Number 3, he will not act against the order of his spiritual master because he is aware that he possesses neither the power nor the intelligence to go back to Krishna independently of his guru. Number 4, being aware of this absolute dependence, he studies humbly in the attitude of a disciple, the holy scriptures, and the comments of the acharyas. Number 5, as a result of chanting purely, he has actually expressed the potency of the holy name, and therefore he never risks to consider the glory of chanting to be exaggeration. Number 6, fixed in the knowledge of Nama Tattva, he does not try to interpret the holy name. Number 7, having given up the identification with the body and thus the desire to become happy in the material world, he never tempted to commit sins on the strength of the holy name. 8. Neither will he consider the chanting of Hare Krishna a fruitive ritualistic activity as he chants in a humble attitude of praying, O Radha, O Krishna, please engage me in your service. Number 9, being aware of the responsibility of the conditioned souls and caring for their best interest, he will gradually try to elevate them with information on the holy name which is relevant to their level of advancement. If he happens to have the service as Guru, he will not initiate someone who has no faith and who will commit offenses. Lastly, number 10, moreover, because he has full faith in the holy name, he always endeavors to improve his chanting by eradicating the weeds of anarthas and by constantly surrendering with enthusiasm and faith. Last paragraph. By deliberating in this way on how to avoid the 10 offenses, we should employ the third verse of Sri Shistashtaka as a key to raise from the stage of Nama Bhasa to pure chanting, thus attaining the spiritual kingdom. Without chanting on the level of Shuddha Nama, this destination can only be gained by extraordinary rare divine intervention. That ends the topic on Shuddha Nama. We are pretty much done the philosophical main things of this book. What is going to come now as tips to improve one's chanting, which is important for all of us. How to improve our chanting. That will be the next chapter of this book. Thank you all very much. We'll all meet at